Hey guys, welcome to the My Recruits Varsity Report. Vince Delicio, I'm Coach Perrone. Um, man, we did things a little different this week, right, Vince? And I kind of like the way it worked out. We said we were going to cover Central Camelback. That's our game of the week. You're a Camelback alum. I've got the Central football team. I'll be at that game. But we let the viewers pick the other three games, and the choices were pretty good.
Yeah.
We had, I think 60 to 70 people vote. The winner was the combination of River Valley, Mountain View, Queen Creek. So we're going to go over those right now. We're going to kick it off with 3-6 Kingman at 8-1 River Valley. Now, I'll be the first to say I don't know much about this 3-6 Kingman team, except they got their work cut out for them. What do you think?
River Valley's got the best running back in the state, in my opinion, and they're always good, and it's evidenced by their record and common opponents. They still have to play the game, but this is going to be a River Valley win, hands down. It's got to be the easiest pick of the season.
You mentioned Zach Hammett. Zach Hammett might be second or third in the country right now in touchdowns. Amazing player, but they have one of the best kicker punter guys. We covered actually on the halftime show when we did specialist John Delgado of Thursday Night Football. Ryan Matson, Gage Solano, the quarterback, Hogan Camp, Gavin, Michael Doolin. I mean, that River Valley team is so stacked. And I believe Coach Clark is one of the best, I don't want to say unknown, but non-big name coaches. Yeah. Fair to say. I mean, amazing job, amazing program. Really blessed to work with him and his team. Gonna wish this Kingman team a lot of luck, but it's gonna take a miracle, like you said, for them to hang in. Okay, let's go. It's an interesting game. 3-4 Desert Vista takes on a pretty good team over at Mesa Mountain View at 6-1. I'll let you start.
Well, this is another one of those games like the first one you just covered. I mean, you've got a Mountain View team with a first-year head coach that's an alum with a lot of energy, a lot of passion for his school and his program. They're coming in at 6-1. Desert Vista 3-4. Not a bunch of standouts on that squad. I think it's going to be tough for them to pick Mountain View off in this game. I think it's going to be the Toros this week.
So you're right. First year head coach and Jermaine, and Josh Roberts is one of the assistants on that staff. I think he does an amazing job. And this team is just packed with talent. It really is. Quarterback Willie Roberts, I think, is one of the better small statured QB versatile athletes in the state. They have an offensive line that is just vicious. I mean, really good. Andrew Frisch, long, violent, huge wingspan. Carter Trost, Siri Candielli, a lot of these guys are Ron Sauer's trained players. That offensive line is great. Speaking about offensive line, though, possibly one of the best offensive linemen in the state, and I think he's highly under-recruited. On the other side of the ball at Desert Vista, and Jai Rodriguez. So he is a stud. And then they have an offensive guard over there in Elijah Baker, who is an absolute monster. He's a young man I've just started to work with and turning a lot of heads. Those two guys, you've got Grubbs. I don't know. The Mountain View schedule really hasn't been that much of a challenge. This might be a better football game than we think. I still think way too much Toros. One guy I forgot to leave off, I think, might be one of the best safeties, if not the best safety in the state of Arizona, is Matthew Clark. So this team's stacked. And it's going to be a great game. It is. I think it's going to be, I think you said it best. Too much Toros. TMT. Too much Toros in this one. Okay, this is a game I've really had my eye on. 6-1 Queen Creek travels to 7-1 Red Mountain. I'm going to be very opinionated in this, so I'm going to let you start.
Well, what all I have to go off of are the strength of schedule. And again, take it for what it's worth. It's my opinion. But looking over the schedule over the past season, it looks like Red Mountain's schedule a bit softer. They're coming in at 7-1. Queen Creek had a little tougher road to travel. Even though
a little tougher,
even though Queen Creek is the
Mike today.
Yeah, for the visiting team here, I'm going to pick the visitors here to win this game. Queen Creek over Red Mountain.
Queen Creek might have the second hardest schedule in the state, and they're sitting at 6-1 under first-year coach Travis Sherman. Let me tell you something. I think this team is the real beep deal. I think, I'm a huge Mac Taylor fan, one of their big offensive linemen. But I think I've said this before. I love it when an O-line coach takes the head coaching gig and just physical. They pound the ball. They're physical. They never quit. It's going to be you're looking at a 9-1 Queen Creek team. There's no doubt about it. Most likely a 4 seed in the Open. And I think they're going to be able to do some damage. I mean, I think that top 4 in the Open is pretty well set with Centennial, Hamilton, Basha, Queen Creek. My opinion. I think Cactus will probably come in at 5.
Oh, you mean Chandler?
What did I say?
You said Centennial.
I'm sorry. Chandler, Hamilton, Basha, Queen Creek, with Cactus coming in at the 5 spot.
Well, Saguaro may have an argument there, but
oh, please. I'm not even going to get into it.
You see what they did to Horizon last week?
What?
You see how they just destroyed Horizon? They took them apart.
Like I said, no comment. No comment.
All right. Okay, can we get to the last one?
Actually, you can make an argument that Saguaro can be a 5 seed. But you're very familiar with the Saguaro program. Who have they beaten?
Well, they beat Horizon. They demolished.
Besides Horizon, who have they beaten?
Sierra Canyon, Southern California, a top 25 team in the state of California. LA, ALA Queen Creek, which up until last week was ranked pretty high in the Open as well.
They're still ranked high. I think that's Queen Creek's only loss, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
They definitely they beat some teams.
Anyway,
they got some key injuries over there though.
They
lost Derek English for the year.
Well, and he only made 1 game appearance after his transfer, but they still
Cooper is out.
In 1 game appearance as well last week.
So that's a shame. But we'll see.
Javen Jacobs.
We'll see how the system unfolds, and we'll go from there.
We're going to be arguing the rest of the season on this.
That's all right. On the Red Mountain side, 7-1. It's kind of like what we just talked about, though. Over where those wins come from. The only real tough team I think they played was Liberty. They lost 35-23. That's their 1 loss. Their 4 toughest games are on their home stretch right here. So they got Queen Creek, Williams Field, Higley. If Red Mountain could take 2 of those 3 and finish at 9-1, that's a pretty damn good year.
Yeah.
They got some players over there. They got a defensive lineman in Jaden Hurst that I love. Twitchy, explosive, I know Coach Lawson does a great job over there, and his son is an excellent athlete. So it's going to be exciting, but I'm a huge Queen Creek fan right now. I think they're just it's going to take a lot to get me off of them. They might be one of the top 2 or 3 teams that I like in the state. Okay. Featured game. And this is a big one. Okay. The winner of this game pretty much is going to go to the playoffs. The loser is not, is from what I understand. 4-2 Central takes on a 5-2 Camelback team, your alma mater. And it's a shame. And look, injuries are part of it. But Dominic Bogchi is the heart and soul of this Central team. They know it. We know it. The 2 games they lost, Dominic is out due to an ankle injury. I think this is it could have been a very easy 6-0 Central team. Bogchi, Carter Allen is one of the best wide receivers in the state that nobody talks about. They got an offensive tackle in Fred Folks. Aaron Francis is a stud linebacker. The DBs and receivers in James and Brown, Isaac Durarte carrying the ball or on the defensive side. And Chandler Hovick is an amazing coach. Matt Allen is a fantastic offensive coordinator. They got Coach Jay coaching the secondary. This Central team, Vince, firing on all cylinders, can make big time noise in the 5A playoffs. I'm going to throw it over to you for Camelback.
All right, Coach. So it's no secret. I'm an alum. I'm a Camelback Spartan alum. I'm sporting my Spartans t-shirt here.
Boy.
My jersey and Letterman's jacket are both hanging in the closet. Coach, 2 words for you. Max Martin. Max Martin. These guys, he was a transfer from Liberty, a quarterback, big time arm, comes in. These guys lost their first 2 games, Flagstaff and Prescott High School. They've won their last 5. They are in position. As long as they win out their final 3 games of the season, they are in. They're going to win the Metro. They will be in. And so help me goodness, on behalf of my knowing the fight song from Camelback, onward, Camelback, let us cheer, cheer, cheer for victory. And everyone will see our colors true. We're going to fight with all our might. Fight, fight, fight. Onward, Camelback. When the team goes for it to win, or it's the team that shows no fear when victory is near. So come on and give your all for victory. Coach, Camelback's going to win this game on Friday night. They are going to win. They will finish the season 8-2. They're going to defeat Apollo in their final game, and they're in.
I think that here's the deal. Familiar with Max Martin. I think he's a great quarterback. Okay. I think it's going to be another Andre got a great game. I think Central gets the edge in this one. I think this is a game that Dominic Bogchi and the crew want to make a statement. They know this is a must-win game, and they're going to win it. So I'm going to go with Central, but I will be there, and I'm sure you'll probably be there too. No, are you coming?
I'll be at Saguaro. I'll be calling the Saguaro Campo Verde game on our network, but I'll be there in spirit.
All right. I'll keep you updated on the score. Hey, for my recruits in the Varsity Report, Varsity shows Vince Delicio, the one and only. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you next week. Enjoy this weekend of football.
Go Spartans.
Take care.
All right.